Okay, fine. Jeez, we'll talk about it. Calm down, folks. Okay, I know in the last video we had talked about F1. I kind of mentioned it that there was a thing going on in Montreal, and I know y'all in the comments were very disappointed because I don't know my F1. I have not seen Drive to Survive, so all the stuff going on in Montreal, I had no idea what that was about. But I did have some friends that are here in Vancouver that just got back from visiting Montreal for the F1 event, so apparently it was a pretty big deal. I will bask in my ignorance, though, and let you all criticize me in the comment section below for my lack of knowledge on this topic. But the topic we're going to go over in today's video, which does relate to F1, technically isn't important. This does not matter. This isn't a thing. This is not a story that is worth investing any significant thought into. Which is why we're going out there and making an 8-minute long video about it. Let's talk today about the Montreal Canadiens players that were present at the F1 event and whom they were hanging out with. Cole Caufield, ladies and gentlemen, had himself a blast, or at least it looked like he had himself a blast, hanging out with some former NTDP guys that weekend. You could see in the pictures on his Instagram story he was hanging out with guys like Jack Hughes. He was hanging out with Trevor Zegras, two guys that were just amazing teammates with him on the NTDP in 2018-19. I think everybody kind of remembers, but that was arguably the best junior team ever assembled. I mean, Hughes, Caufield, Turcotte, Zegras, Spencer Knight, Cam York, they were so good. So good. And, of course, we know that the guys in that team are still connected and they hang out once in a while. Like at F1 events over there. You also had yourselves former New Jersey Devil and Montreal Canadien PK Subban hanging out with the squad too. Now, there's been a connection or two that PK has had with the Canadiens specifically, and of course with the Devils because Jack Hughes is there. And so seeing this camaraderie, this group of guys, it's cool. Right? Caufield hanging out with Hughes, Zegras, and PK. Pretty interesting duo. It's kind of funny to see the old Habs collide with the new Habs. But the one guy that really ties it all together, puts a bow on top, and adds the most interesting element to this group is none other than PierreLuc Dubois. The two pictures that exist here on Caufield's Instagram story, first one is him and Hughes and the guys on a boat. They're on a boat and Dubois is right there. The second one was a group picture of them at dinner with PK Subban, and you could see PierreLuc Dubois with his arm around Cole Caufield. Very nice to see that link right there, dead center. And this doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't, and I don't think anybody's going to go out there and make any conclusions because of these images, but at the very least, it is cool just to see it. And as a result, you're seeing articles pop up about this, people are talking about this on podcasts, everybody is giving their own 2 cents as to how cool it is, because realistically, nobody can add any layers of analysis to this. I mean, PierreLuc Dubois said it himself. Remember all the drama about him being at the draft the other year because it was alleged that he wanted to get traded to Montreal and be able to wave to the fans on the draft floor? His excuse for being there was a good one. That he's in the area, he lives there, so why is he not going to attend? And this being right in Montreal too, puts him in a dead set center spot to be able to say, okay, well, I can just go. Like, I can just go visit the F1 thing and hang out with the other NHLers that happen to be there. Because Caufield, Hughes, Zegras, PK Subban, these guys are all prominent figures in the NHL community, so if they're all together, why not get another guy who happens to be a good NHL player in Dubois hanging out with them? It's just, the timing of this is so hilarious that now you have everybody freaking out and overreacting and making memes. Oh my goodness, the memes. That's the funny part about this. Everybody's posting that picture of Dubois and Caufield together and like quote tweeting it with what they feel Caufield could be saying to Dubois. Like people are memeing, oh, Cole Caufield is telling Dubois, you should demand a trade to Montreal. Oh, you should be a free agent and come to Montreal. We'll play with me and you'll do all these things and you'll get points and everything. And I get it, you know, it's all a meme, it's all a joke. Again, this video doesn't mean anything, it's just, how coincidental is it that everything aligns so perfectly that during the time of Pierre-Luc Dubois' trade saga, 3.0 pretty much, and I'm going to say 3.0 and not 2.0 because sure, you could say the first one was from Columbus to Winnipeg, you could say the second one was Winnipeg to Montreal last year, and now we're in the third time of talking about this. It's so funny how everything aligns so perfectly that the F1 thing is happening in Montreal this previous weekend. You had all these NHLers go out there, and PLD happens to be a part of it. He happens to be hanging out with Cole, he's hanging out with all the other guys, he's apparently, like, super cool with Cole, like, they've got their arms around each other and everything, like, that's funny. It's hilarious, and I think heading into the next few weeks here, we're going to start seeing more and more memes pop up as to what this could actually entail and whether or not there is some sort of a link there. Of course, though, I definitely am in the boat that says that if you had a Cole Caufield and Pierre-Luc Dubois sort of pairing with the Habs in a few years, I don't really know if that would be the best way to go about things because I don't know about you, but for me personally, I really like Caufield-Suzuki. I don't want to break that pairing up, and if you really wanted to put Dubois in the best spot possible to succeed, you're not playing him on the wing. He's got to center his own line, so whether or not it's Dubois playing with, I don't know, Slafkovsky or somebody else like that, he finds his way into mentoring some other guy who is young and impressionable in the NHL. That remains to be seen, but of course, there still are a lot more hurdles to get over before that becomes a conversation that's worth having, but for now, we can fill in the blanks ourselves. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What are your opinions about Pierre-Luc Dubois hanging out with Cole Caufield at the F1 event? Does this really mean anything? Because I'm saying it doesn't. If you wanted to attach meaning to any small little detail, then hey, Jack Hughes and Trevor Zegras are probably going to request trades to the Habs soon, right? We know that's not going to happen. PK Subban is probably going to come out of retirement and play for the Habs too, right? No, that is not going to happen. And so, by proxy, Pierre-Luc Dubois hanging out with these guys, hanging out with Cole Caufield, being all buddy-buddy with Cole, it doesn't mean anything, but it's just funny because it aligns so perfectly with the timeline of his trade request. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about this entire Pierre-Luc Dubois thing. It's not really a video topic that's worth making, but we still got it to 8 minutes anyway. There you go. That's one big one for all y'all haters out there. I hope you enjoyed this video. Juraj 99, and bye.